Hi Jaykumar. Varada here. We can start with this training.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I think we are in day 2 now. So,
Good morning, Jaykumar.
Hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so in the day 1, we have seen about what is data types, and then what are the data analysis we have, types of data analysis, and then about an Excel setting that we have seen completely, and shortcut keys, tricks, and then cell references we have seen it. So now again we have few more tricks is there in today, so we will see one by one. So to start with the day 2, we have a first one called name range. Okay, so we will start this first. So I think I have shared a data set. Maybe today you will be getting it. So you can use this data set, sample data set. So it consists of first sheet with the shortcut keys, what I have mentioned yesterday. So damn sure these are the shortcut keys, which is more enough for you to work in any organizations. So this is very useful, and also you can use this one very frequently. I've just listed down here for the only popular shortcut keys, which is fair enough for to work it. Okay, so I'll be sharing the sheet also again. Maybe today you will be getting it. And after that, from sheet number 2 to sheet number 8, you will be having small data set, a sample data set to work with. Okay, so that is what I am starting to work with this now. Okay, first to start with name range. So before going with day 2, do you have any other doubts in day 1? Have you do any practice? Have you tried any one small activity what we have covered yesterday?
Hi Jaykumar, this is Kanchan.
Yeah.
I tried doing add-ins. So
Okay.
in add-ins, I tried doing to add. I don't know. I tried from my level, but it was not happening. So
Okay.
I tried doing adding teams ka icon on Excel ka ribbon. But
Okay.
however, I was not able to complete the task.
Okay, not a problem.
There was some error that was occurring.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you now. Okay, so hope you can see my screen now. In the insert tab, we have a get add-in option. This is the Microsoft Store. We have it, and below to that you can see my add-ins will be there, which means these are the add-ins which I have already installed in my system. Okay, so through this get add-ins only I have installed it. If you go and see here, you can find a lot of new add-ins, which is modern type of charts I had. And then I have a people graph. I have a geographic heat map charts will be there. So there are so many other things I have. If I click this my add-ins, I'm using almost 5 add-ins here. All these are downloaded from the Microsoft Store only. Okay, so first thing you require, just go and click the get add-ins button. And see, this is sorted by popularity by its own, and also by category wise we have it. Okay, so some of the Excel add-ins are paid versions, so you cannot use those things. These Excel add-ins you want to get, if it is free, then you can easily add it. Okay, now different categories are there. First, I'll go for some education related thing. You can see the web video player will be there, which is simply connecting with your YouTube videos to Excel spreadsheets. Okay, you can easily use this one. You can just go and click the add option here. It will get added. Okay, so now, which I already have there in my system, so I'll go for a different one. Okay, let me try with the solver. Okay, we already have a inbuilt solver is there. This is the one which is new from Microsoft Store. Okay, I'm going to add this one. Just click on the add, and you want to agree with that. Okay, and then click continue to add it. So now it is getting added. Okay, now you can see the new solver is started with your tab, which comes again in home tab. By default, it will come in a home tab only. So you can just start clicking here and you can start doing this activity. Okay, so this is the way that you want to add all the add-ons here. Okay, it will come like a separate pane. So this will be constraints that you want to add, and then objective from the cells that you want to pick. All those things will be a separate software kind of thing which works on. Even a same modern chart which I have already installed. You can just see here. When I click this modern chart, it comes like a small image here. Okay, so it is getting loaded, and now you can see you can apply a different data analysis chart which is not available in our Excel, but through this modern chart we can utilize this one. Okay, so it will be like the presentation name, chart name, whatever that you require, you can give it. For example, 2021 versus 2022. Okay, so I'll just say sales comparison. So all these are a ready-made one, so you can easily use these type of charts. Sales comparison, and then you have a lot of features here. Okay, so change the color to change the chart type. Okay, so whatever you require, you can select it. These buttons to change the colors also. Okay, now I'll go for a different color. Series 1, I want to choose the color what I required. So I'll go for a manual color here. I'll select different color, and even if you want, you can go with this point also, this color point that you want to give it. This is a number of each and every color in Excel. For example, so to identify this X code, this is called as X code. Okay, so to identify this color code, you can apply any color in Excel. For example, the color code which is applied here is yellow. So if you want to see the code color here, go for more colors, and you can find in the custom path 2 different way we have it. One is this is X code, this code number that you want to mention it here. Okay, to get an yellow color. And also if you go with the integer based, red, green, blue color based, then you want to give 255, 255 and 0. Okay, so the 2 different types of colors can be mentioned, code numbers can be mentioned for a color. If you go for any different colors you required, the color name will be default here. You can change any colors you required. You can use these type of X code for these type of colors for your bars. This is a ready-made one. For example, insert get add-ons. From that you can directly insert an add-ons into your Microsoft Excel. Yesterday what I thought, which is like you are installing a .xla file which has been created by a Visual Basic Programming. This .xla means the file should be available in online, that has been created by someone. So you want to download that file and you want to use it up. Okay, so that is what yesterday we have seen with number to word conversion. So if we are downloading the file and then we are installing it. Okay, so once it has been downloaded, you want to go for a file, more, options, and then in the add-ons button, you want to click go add-ons, and you want to use this browser. You want to use the browse and select the add-ons where you have it. Okay, so which is already downloaded from online, that has been created by someone. Okay, so just click on the add-on and click OK. Now it will, I already have it, so I'm going to replace it. So replace it, and you can find the Suresh add-on which is installed. Because of that only we are using with RS word formula. Okay, so this is enabled now. Check button is ticked, so it has been enabled in your system. Now when you go for RS word, it exactly work. Okay, so some of the .xla files are prepared by some Visual Basic programmer developers. Okay, if you own the Visual Basic application, you can create a own Excel add-ons. Okay, so you can create a lot of Excel add-ons. Even in my system, I have created many Excel add-ons, which is prepared by myself through a Visual Basic programming language. You see here, custom date J add-ons will be there. So I have created my own add-on here. Even I have a separate tab, same like a developer, same like view. I have a separate add-ons will be there. That add-on can be used like a separate tab if you install that system. Okay, .xla file kind of a thing, which I have already done. Okay, so even we are going to see about the upcoming session about how to create a XLA file and then how to create a user-defined functions and all. Okay, so that I'll help you on this the upcoming session to how to create our own ideas into a new formula that we can easily create it with the help of Visual Basic Programming Language. I'll tell you simple examples to create how to create new XLA files, Excel add-on files. Okay, so any doubts so far about Excel add-on? Okay, fine. Okay, so now we start with our day 2 agenda. So first one, which is a name range here, name range. Okay, so usually name range is like cell addresses. For example, if you select any cells in Excel sheet, it shows with cell addresses in the name box here. Okay, which just shows G5, and then we have a E9. Okay, and then we have a F11, something like that. It shows here. Okay, so but when I go and select some selected ranges, if you go for some ranges, for example, I'll show you now. Okay, see, I have a small data set here which shows a client name, amount, and then a date. Okay, so in which I'm going to change this amount column into a name ranged. Okay, I want to use either a formula tab with a name manager. I want to go for a formula tab. I'm going to create a new name for this one. Okay, which is same like a new formula to be created. Okay, so name managers are very helpful for us to create a name range that will be used across a sheet. That is the very important in name manager. So I'm going to click this name manager. It has no new name manager as of now in my system. Okay, we want to create as of now in this workbook. We want to create it first. Okay, either two options are there. Directly you can go for a name box and type a name range for this particular area, what I have selected. Okay, or you can go for a name manager and you want to create it with this new option and you want to create a name for that range and what is a workbook and command and cell what to be selected. All those things you want to manually fill it. Okay, now first I'll go for a name box type, which is very easy. Click on the name box here. Okay, click on the name box. These are the ranges which I have selected now from E4 to E15. I'm going to make this as a invoice underscore amount. So don't give any spaces, it won't work. So you want to continuously type without a gap. Okay, so invoice underscore amount. This is the name which I'm going to give for this specific range. Once it has been typed, just hit enter button. So the name will be stored in that particular ranges. When I click outside, it shows H5. Again, when I click E4, it shows with E4 exactly. But when I select the entire data, it shows with invoice underscore amount. Okay, so this particular range is now converted into invoice amount. Okay, why the name ranges are important, which is very easy for us to work on any application with any worksheets. With these name ranges can be applied. We don't want to come for sheet number 2 and selecting from E4 to E15. Instead of selecting a ranges, I can directly give a name here. Okay, it don't consider any absolute cell references are not required to do these type of name ranges. So when I go again with name manager, now you can see a new one which has been created in this workbook, which shows with name amount, invoice amount, what is the value, where it has been stored, and the scope of this is in workbook. Okay, everything will be shown here. In case if you want to edit this, you can go for edit and change the name whatever you required it. Okay, so now the total value, that is the total value of the invoice, which is 73,646. This is the value of the invoices. In case if I want to update the same thing in my other sheets, the summary sheet or wherever I required, I want to update that into a different sheet. Okay, which means I can simply update it here, equal to sum of, I don't want to go for a sheet number 2. Instead of that, the name which I have kept already. Okay, invoice. You can see now this will be stored like a memory. Okay, invoice underscore amount will be shown here, and directly you can select that and enter it. So now you can see the value of the invoice underscore amount is 73,643. So you can use this memory in any function in Excel. For example, you want to do some VLOOKUP, even that also it work. So instead of selecting the invoice value, you can use this direct range. So the direct range can be used in a very easiest way. Okay, so invoice underscore amount, and then even a table array, we can use it up. So mostly, if you have a very big list, very big table, a database, you can convert that database into with a name. Simply, we can go with typing a data. This is what you can easily do it. We don't want to go for a entire next sheet or next workbook to update this one. So you can add a name range for the specific informations, and then you can utilize those things into any functions in Microsoft Excel. So this is called a name range in Microsoft Excel. So you can use this define name also. If you go for a define names, you can manually define a name for that particular thing. Okay, so for any ranges that you can easily do it with the help of name managers. In case if you don't want this one, you want to delete this, you can go and delete it. Okay, even this workbook has been shared to someone. Even the same invoice underscore amount will replicate for them also. Okay, until you delete the name manager, it keep on working. Okay, we can easily use, you don't want to switch over to multiple sheets, you can add a name and you can start working it. Now that will be replicated in the next topic called Excel tables. Okay, the same thing will be applied in Excel tables and styles. Okay, that I'll tell you now. Excel tables and styles.
Jai,
Yeah, please.
sorry to interrupt. So
No.
I have a clarification. So I have named some columns,
Okay,
and I have done some formulas like sum or VLOOKUP. I have done it.
yes.
If I am deleting it, will that affect those formulas, or the formula will be replaced with the ranges? Okay.
No, it will be affecting with some values. It shows with like values only.
Okay.
You want to again recorrect the formula with some specific ranges.
Okay. Then fine. Okay. Then.
Okay, next with table, Excel tables and styles, and you required a table to be performed, table to be applied for the data sets. Usually what I'll do is I'll go for a table manner. Okay, whatever I'll work, if it is a report, even a big report, I'll convert those report into a table manner first. That is my first activity I usually do. Why? Because a table which you can do a lot of things. First, this is a normal data set. Okay, normal data set. I'm going to take this data set. For Excel table, okay, which consists of 9 employees here, employee ID, and their basic salary. Okay, so with the help of this basic salary, I'm going to find other salary components like HRA, PF, ESI, bonus, and gross pay. Okay, now if I using this as a normal range, not in a table range, I want to do all the manual works here. Okay, which is in case, let's see how to fill these informations. I'm doing it manually now. For HRA, which is basic pay multiplication, 30% of basic pay is my HRA. Okay, I want to copy and paste it for all the ranges. Again, my basic pay into 12%, which is PF. Okay, ESI, same like basic pay into 4%. Again, bonus, basic pay into 8%. And then I'm going to use with sum range for all the salary components to get my gross pay. Okay, now this is my manual work which I have done. Okay, so each and every part of this salary components for all the employees, which I want to do an apply function and then multiplication, and then I want to copy and paste it till the last record. The same thing which I'm going to do in a table manner. Okay, so first see, I want to apply a table first. Okay, so 3 different ways are there. You can apply a table. One is Control T is a shortcut key to apply a table. Control T, T for telephone. Okay, so which is very easy. You can just click on the selected ranges and apply a Control T. The table has been created. Or else you can use Control L. Even that Control L also will create a table. Okay, Control T or Control L. Or you want to go for Insert tab to apply a table here. Okay, so Control T is the one which is recognized. Control L also, but will work. Now I'm going to create a table. So now the table comes with the default style. Okay, and you will be getting additional tab called table design. Okay, first you can go for a table with a name to be changed. Click on this one and go with employee underscore details. So giving a name for my table, and then I'm going to change the style what I require. Okay, so different style is required. I can go for any colors I require, medium, dark, and then light colors are there. You can select any colors you require it. So now the advantage of using table here is very simple. You don't want to do copy and paste for the entire records here. Even if you have 50,000 records, the table will do a first calculation, which is based on the first relationship. Automatically it works because it will take a name range only. Now we have created a header part here. Each header part has been considered as a name range for this particular column. Okay, this is considered as a basic salary. This is considered as a HRA. This is considered as an employee ID. So the name range will be already created in the Excel very easily. Okay, now if you create a table, all these are already created. Now I'll go and select a function. See here, instead of cell addresses, it shows with a name range here, equal to @ and then basic salary. So this is what, when you use a MS Access, okay, which comes like this one. Okay, every tables, because this comes under a DAX language. This is a query language. So we don't want to select any cell addresses. Instead of that, we are selecting the header part again, the column header with directly, and we are multiplying it. Okay, so now this is basic salary into 30%. So when I hit enter, now you can see I don't want to copy and paste for the rest of the records. Simply it will do for all other things. The only way what I want to do, the first row I want to fill it. That's it. Rest of the function, even if you have 50,000 records or 25,000 records, you don't want to check, you don't want to copy and paste. Simply the first formula that you want to create it. If you create that one, it is very easy. Okay, now again, basic pay into 12%. Okay, hit enter, it will automatically calculate. Again, for ESA, basic pay into 4%. It completely works on. And then basic pay into 8% for bonus. And then gross pay equal to sum of, I want to add all those things. Okay, now you can see very simply I have added. So what other advantages we have? We can go for a slicer method. Okay, even about the slicer, we are going to see in the upcoming classes with data analysis. So I'll tell you very clearly about what is slicer, how to use and all. Okay, so now you have an option here to make connection with other tables. Right now, I don't have any table here. Only one table is appeared. If you have multiple tables, you can make connection with the 2 tables with the help of employee ID. Okay, with the help of employee ID, that is a primary key. Okay, so this will work under data tab. Even upcoming classes we are going to see, we have a relationship option here. Okay, relationship, which is multiple table can be joined together. Okay, I'll tell you in the upcoming classes how to create a relationship between the tables. That will be very helpful. Same like a Power Query it works on. In the data tab, we have so many things to be discussed. We will discuss one by one about it. Okay, now what other advantages? I'm going to enter a new employee ID at last year. Okay, so LEV00130. So when I hit enter, automatically the table range will be extended. Okay, only thing you want to give an input. The output will come automatically in the table manner. That is the advantage of using this one. Okay, now that employee ID is a user input. I have typed, and basic pay also the user input. So I'm going to type the input value here, 50,000. So 50,000, automatically the rest of the value will be created. So very simply, the table range will get extended in a quick manner. And also you can use like a calculation part. Okay, so only the user input is enough. Rest of the calculation part will come up by its own. Okay, so that is the biggest advantage of using a table. And second thing, you can create a small form button. Okay, that is a small trick here. In Excel, we can create a forms only through Visual Basic application. Okay, you want to create a form with the help of Visual Basic application, and you want to make connections with text boxes and check boxes with Excel file. But here, no Visual Basic application is required. The ready-made form is there, which is used for a small data entry purposes. Okay, in my system, which is available here, in Quick Access Toolbar, we have a form. Okay, first I'll tell you how to bring this one. Go for Quick Access Toolbar and bring with more command option. More command. In popular command, we don't have form. You want to go for commands not in the ribbon. Okay, and then you want to press the F button. So form will be available. Just click this form and add it here. I have already added here. Okay, so form, just click it and add it. And now once the form has been added, you can see here, go for the form button. By selecting this table, it appears like a small data entry form like this. Okay, and even if you click outside of this one without a table range, it won't work. Okay, you want to select a table range, that is more important. Okay, select a table range now and go for form and create a new record now. Already 10 records are there. This is my first record. The 10 records are showing here. Okay, when I go for a new 11th record, click on the new button and I'm going to add it here. Okay, only the 2 input box I want to type. So other than that, nothing is enough. Nothing is required. And 131 is my employee, new employee ID, and salary of that employee, basic salary of that employee is 55,000. When I create a new record now, by entering this 2 input area, automatically that value will be replaced in my table. Okay, so easily you can work with a small data entry table for a big number of data. So you have 30 plus columns are there, in which only 5 columns that you are going to give input. That 5 columns are available in different places, means it will take a lot of time. We want to go for different area and we want to fill information. Instead of that, you can use these type of forms. So 5 input area will come in a same line manner. Okay, easy line items kind of thing will come. So you can go and copy and paste the 5 line items in this area and you can hit enter. Automatically that will be added in your table. Okay, so this is what the advantage of using Excel table styles. Right? Any doubt as of now about Excel table?
Jay, Karthik here. So currently I'm seeing your selection range. Okay, till 130, and I'm going to add one more line through the forms. Will it added below 131 or it will replace 131?
It will add a below one.
Okay. Because I thought, because based on our selection range, it will get vary in that way.
Okay. Fine. So
yeah.
So in the table design, again, you have another table options, styles options will be there. Okay, for example, it will be as default comes with banded rows. So what is this banded row? Which means first line in a table will be in a light color. The second line item will be in a darker color. So this lines differentiate will be shown with this banded row. If you uncheck this one, it will be like in a normal mode. Okay, you can use this unbanded rows also, which will be helpful for us to see your records in a proper way. Okay, and along with that, the filter button will come by default in all the tables. If you don't want that, you can remove that also. Okay, so filter button will not be enabled here. So about converting into a ranges and then slicers and then summarize with pivot table, all those things we are going to see again in the upcoming classes about a data analysis. Okay, that time I will explain you about it. And again, what the trick will be there. So first one, which I have seen with form option. Yesterday we have included a camera button here. Okay, so camera button. So what camera button will do? So camera button is like a dynamic picture taken. Usually the pictures are in a static mode and dynamic mode. Static mode means the picture has been taken one time. You cannot edit those pictures. For example, if I want to take this as a picture, what I usually do, I'll go for a snipping tool in my system. I want to make this to be captured in this way. This is a usual procedure will people will do. Okay, so this is a normal procedure. So I will converting that into a picture mode. This is one type. But after using with snipping tool, I have taken a picture now, but unfortunately I have some problem here. Okay, seems like the calculation is wrong or the value to be changed here. Okay, which means you can see now, even in the normal mode, which I'll take it, which is easy here to show you. Okay, I'm just taking this option. Okay, I'm going to take this as a picture now. So now the picture comes. If I want to change any value in the list, okay, for example, the employee ID 121, the basic salary is not a 5,000, it is 5,500. Okay, which means again, what I want to do, I want to delete this picture. I want to go for my input value, and then I want to change it. Okay, this is called a static picture. So if you have any mistakes in this picture, you want to delete the images, and then again you want to retake it. But with the help of camera, what we can do, that is a dynamic related thing. Okay, so it comes like a small image in my Excel sheet itself. What are the changes that I have done in my database, my source, that will be replicated in my picture by its own in a dynamic way. Even not only the numbers, if you want, you can change the colors also. Okay, for example, this is my MIS report. I'm sending this MIS report on daily basis. I'm just copying this image and I'm pasting it in my Outlook email, body of the email. Okay, in that case, what I can do, I can just select this entire data set. I'll go for camera button to be enabled. First, when I click this camera button, you'll be occupied with the dancing cells. This is called a dancing cells, which is continuously rotating it. Okay, this dancing cells will come. You can go and click your left mouse click button. Okay, left mouse click button to replace that into a picture. Now this comes with a picture mode. So what I can do now, this work like a dynamic picture. In case if you want to do any changes, so the employee salary of 1-to-1 is 5,500. 5,500, which means I can select 5,500 here. When I hit enter, you can see the number of value has been changed in my picture also. So that is called a dynamic picture, linked picture. Okay, now even not only this one, you can change any colors, even a color for your basic salary. Exactly, it works on. And now it is very easy. You can keep this picture as always. Daily basis, you can change your input of your MIS report. That will be replicated into your dynamic picture. Now simply you can do right click and copy and you can paste it in anywhere you require. Okay, so this comes like a picture. But the only thing, this will be, I had a link with that particular Excel sheet. If you paste it in your Outlook email, and then if you're changing in Excel sheet, means it won't do. Okay, because now we can see this like a range kind of link which has been already created. So from only B3 to H12, the link has been applied. So you can change it in another sheet also, it won't work. Okay, so that is what the dynamic picture will work. So if it is in the same page or in another page, that will be working fine. If you go for any other application, the connection will be lost. Okay, so you want to do all the changes in the Excel sheet itself. At last, you can do copy and paste it into your body of the email. So that is where the dynamic picture will work. The advantage here is you can make with any sizes. Since this is a picture, you can make with any size. Okay, and also, as I said, since the picture format will come. Okay, you can go for different frameworks. You can add any different framework for your data sets. Okay, so simply you can do it. These type of data sets. And even the colors that you want, you can add it. with different picture, different layout, whatever you require, you can add it. So this is in a picture mode, it will come by its own. Okay, so any doubt as of now about the camera trick?
No doubts.
Okay. Okay, next we go with the page layout options. Types of page layouts we have it. Okay, so this is comes under a page layout option. Okay, so page layout will be one of the easiest one. Different types of page layouts at first we have it. Okay, like if you go for a view tab, in the view tab we have three different layouts will be there. Okay, one is normal layout, and then we have a page breaker layout, and then we have page layout. Okay, so this is as usual, we will be coming with a normal one. Every time it will be in a normal mode. Why? Because the default setting has been set with normal mode only. Okay, when you go for file and more options, you can find the Excel sheet, the default view of new sheet, which is a normal view. Okay, if you want to change any other views, you can change it here in the background option. Okay, so this normal view will be the default one for all the systems. Okay, you can start using with the a normal table with cells and rows and columns will be there. Okay, now with the help of page layout, what we can do? So we can do with some adding a watermarks kind of thing in Microsoft Excel. Usually in Microsoft Excel, we don't have any watermarks here. Okay, we cannot add any watermarks here because that will be available only in Microsoft Word. But with the help of this page layout, we can add a watermarks in Excel itself. For a small document, whatever you have, you can do it easily. Okay, now you can see how I'm going to add a watermark here. I'll just copy this data set. So when I go for Control P for a print area, it exactly works, and I don't have any watermarks here so far. Okay, it is a blank document. Now, if you go for a page breaker view, you can extend the size of it. Usually, if it will come to up to K column, small dotted line which shows here, up to K column, I can print it. If I go for more than K, I have a data till M, N, O, P and all, which means I want to extend this range to take a printout. Okay, that I'll tell you after this page layout option. First, we'll see how to add a watermark for this part. So go for page layout. When I click page layout, this is which comes default with the header. Three headers are there: left header, middle header, and right header. Okay, again, three footers will be there. At footers, we have left, right, and middle. Okay, so if you select this footer part, additionally a new tab will come. Okay, new tab will come. That tab will be consist of all the header, footer, and elements. Okay, with number, page numbers, sheet name, current time can be included, or a picture can be included. All those things will come. So with the help of this picture only, we are going to add a watermark for a document. Okay, so first I'll go for middle header. In the middle part, I'm going with picture mode. So I can take a picture from online. So I'll go for a Google logo now. Just for example, I'm selecting this Google logo and I'm inserting it. So now you can see the picture will come here when I click outside here. Okay, so the picture will be replaced. Okay, now when I go for Control P, you can see the Google picture is appearing here, but the size of this picture is very high. That is why it is not exactly shown. Okay, so you want to make sure the picture size to be aligned in a very small manner. Okay, so the size of the picture is very high here in this Google logo. So once the picture has been included, what you can do, you can use that as a text very easily. I'll go for header and footer tab. Picture format will be there. Click on the picture format, and you want to make that picture format with washout method. Okay, so to washout method to add a watermarks. Okay, I can compress it if I require. I can compress all the images. Okay, so automatic will be there. You want to make that with washout and click OK. Now the picture will exactly comes like a watermark kind of thing. Now when I go for Control P, you can see this comes like a watermark. Previously it is in a dark color, but now it is in a light color. Okay, so the important is the image size. If you have a very less size in image, small size in image, then it exactly work in the middle area. So you can add like a watermark in Excel itself, but very rarely used for our documents. Mostly the official documents will be in a Microsoft Word. That is why we have a watermark in Word. We don't have a watermark in Excel. Okay, so this is one trick that we can use it up. And next to page layout, we have option here to extend the ranges. Okay, right now, if you go for the page breaker view, it comes by default with some K column, because if you take a printout, based on the data set what we have applied, the size of the column width, based on that, the line can be extended. Okay, now when I do Control P, it will take a print up to a certain area. It won't come with the columns with the L, M and all. If you want that also, you want to extend this line. You want to extend this line by your own. Okay, now you want to extend this line to till R. Okay, till R. Now this comes into the first page. Page number 1 will come. Entire page from A to R will be comes in your printout. Okay, so this will be useful for to extending the ranges. In case if you want to extend up to Z, up to Z, up to A column, a big number of columns, 25 plus columns are there that you want to take a printout, which means the size of the printout will not be in a suitable manner. You cannot read those data. The files font size will be in a very, very small. Okay, so either you can go for a page layout and change the orientations with the landscape option at first. Okay, landscape option, and then to certain range that you can do it. In the landscape, the scaling sizes will be in 62, which means the font size even will be very small. That won't be suitable for you to read it out. Now, when I go for Control P, you can see here, the font size will be very small. You cannot read it in an exact manner. Okay, this take a lot of problems in reading it. If you are doing a maker checker works, you are taking a printout in a hard copy way, then we can use these type of options. You can extend the size and reduce the page number. Okay, you can convert the 2 pages into a single pages. For that, we are using with page breaker views. So you don't want to take a printout and waste a paper. Instead of that, you can convert them into a multiple sheets, converting 2 pages into 1 pages, and you will take a printout easily. Okay, so this is about a print layouts and page setups and all. So what other thing that we can do in the page layout with the print tiles? So we have with print tiles and headers, heading with grid lines and headings also we can do it. Okay, for example, the Excel, now what I'm showing here is with the page breaker view. I'm going with the normal view now. Okay, normal view now. When I go for Control P, since this is in a horizontal manner layout, so it exactly works. But I don't know what is the serial number here and what is my header here. Nothing will be shown here. Okay, so if I want that to be printed, I want to use along with grid lines, along with grid line to be printed, along with heading to be printed. Okay, which means when I do a printout now, exactly it comes with the alphabetic heading and row heading, which is easy for us to compare it. Okay, I can say simply, I'm discussing this file with some other people. I can say, look at the line item 11. You can discuss about now line item 11, something like that. You can refer it easily. That is why while doing a printout or while taking a printout in your internal checks, you can use these type of grid printing easily. So that will be helpful for us to refer it with column numbers and then row numbers. Okay, easily we can do that one by checking this print options very quickly. Sometimes you will face this with a print tiles option. For example, I have a table which comes here. Right now we have very less number of employees. Okay, I'll just go and bring this into a multiple employees. I'm just going to drag it. Okay, now it is 143 employees are there. I'll just copy and paste this one randomly. Okay, I'm just pasting it randomly now. Okay, when I go for a print now, you can see the first page will be there. Up to 25 will be there. I don't have any other option. Okay, so since this is a very less number of a printout. Okay, and again what happened? It goes for page number 2. If I go for a page number 2, you can see now it exactly comes with some other options. Okay, so it won't take a printout here because ST will be the second one. Okay, so you want to change the orientations at first with portrait, and I want to take this as a printout now. I can go and select this area. I can set this as a set print area. Only 143 will be there. I'm going to set this as a set print area. So this particular name range again will start working with this. Okay, so the selected area has been converted into a print area. Okay, when I go for a control P, now you can see exactly it works on. But from column number A to G, it starts from employee ID to the gross pay. For the 74 line item, it is printing now. And when I go for a page number 2, you can see again the column number A to G will be there, but the header part is missing. Okay, so if you have multiple records with multiple pages, the header part will not come at all. You want to manually enable it. Okay, so with the help of print tiles, we want to use the first row to be repeated at top. Okay, as always, you want to select this one with first row. So the first row to be repeated top. If you click this option, you can have the column header in all the pages. Okay, if you not give this one, the first page consists of headers, the second page you don't have it. When you do manual check, it is difficult for us to check without an header. So you must require to enable this option while before giving any printing options. Okay, so it will be started with one first line, that is a row number 1. Even if it is column required, you can select column wise also. Okay, so first row to be repeated top. Now click OK and go for a print again. Now you can see the first one which starts with A to G. My header is available. Again, page number 2, A to G, my header is available. So you can bring the header part to all the areas in your sheets. For that, we are using it. Okay, so any doubt as of now? Okay, fine. Next we have hyperlinks. Okay, so this is very important. From hyperlinks, we can see it. So we have two options. One is hyperlinks, okay, and then object. So both are available in my insert tab. Okay, when I go for insert tab, I can find a link option, Control K. The shortcut key for hyperlink is Control plus K. Okay, and then for object, we have it in text box. Okay, this is text option. Under text, you can find an object here. Okay, for this, Alt IO. Okay, Alt IO. So now you can use the shortcut key to easily use with Control K. Okay, so now the hyperlink has 4 different types of hyperlinks we can give it. Okay, 4 different types of hyperlinks we have it. First, we'll see that one. Simply, hyperlink is like navigations. For example, you can create some references for your data by just clicking that link. Automatically get navigated between the sheets. Okay, for example, you have multiple sheets are there. You want to say what is the total value for that. So we have created one hyperlink here. For example, we have created the total sum here, total sum of the invoices amount. Okay, this is the one which I have created. Total sum, which is 73,643. So where this 73,643 comes from? It comes from sheet number 2, the total amount column here. Okay, so the total amount of 73,646. Okay, so this is 73,000 which comes from the invoice amount, which is in sheet number 2, from that to sheet number 1, which comes here. So I can create a small link here, hyperlink here for references. People who are referring this file, reviewing this file, they can easily come to know from where this amount has been taken. For that only, we are creating a hyperlink for easy referencing purposes. Okay. Now, as I said, 4 types. When I press Control K, you will be getting a 4 different option here. Okay. Either you can go with the existing file to be linked, or you can use this place in this document option. Okay. Or you can create the new workbook, or you can create an email address. Okay. 4 different hyperlinks that you can easily do it. Okay. I'll tell you first one. Day 1 file which we have used yesterday. I want to link that file into my Excel sheet now. Okay, in my Excel sheet now. So I'll go for sheet number 5. First hyperlink which I'm going to create it now. Control K, existing file, sheet number 1, that is day number 1 file, which I'm going to create it. Okay, now we can see when I create this file, it exactly comes from my path. Okay, this is my path here. Okay, D : corporate training, and then a company name and day 1. Okay, so this is my path here. So I can easily use it here. For example, after creating this hyperlink, when I go and click OK, the file is getting exactly opened. Okay, so this will be easily opened yesterday file this is. But if you are using this for external clients, they don't have access for your references path here. Okay, so the path will show as a reference error. It won't open it here. So what you open, if you are sending with internal clients, if it is in a network computer, then you can use with a hyperlink can be easily used in a linking a file. But if you're going for an external purposes, external clients here, then you want to add as an object. Okay, there is a difference between hyperlink and object. When you go for an object here, the thing is, it won't ask you any links. Directly, you can attach like a file, and you can send that file to anyone, even an external client, you can easily send it. Okay, so there is a difference between hyperlink and object. And second hyperlink, what you can do, you can add on a web pages here. Instead of adding a separate existing file, or you can add on a web addresses. Okay, now how to add a web address? For example, I'll go for google.com now here. Okay, so go to Google website. Okay, go to Google websites which I have created. This is my own wording which I have given. I'm going to press Control K. The wording will come automatically here. Okay, so if you don't type any wordings, then default name will come based on the cell, based on the file name, which come automatically. Okay, so name that you can display it, you can give any name you require. So first type a name and you can give a specific understanding about the hyperlinks. And second thing, you want to give an address here. Okay, so I want to give an address for Google, google.com. Okay, now, so this has been linked with a Google website. When I press Control button, and then you have an option here to click it. When I just click it here, automatically that takes to me through a Google website. Okay, so this is very easy for us to refer my Excel sheet in a easiest way. Okay, from my Excel sheet, I can navigate to my Google Chrome with some websites. If you are using your Excel with company policies, company addresses, then you can add your company addresses website into Excel sheet itself. Okay, if you are sending to some new clients, you can use these type of options. If you select that, the new website will be opened. Your company website will be opened for your clients. Okay, it brings investors for your websites. Okay, visitor for your insights also. Okay, so that will be helpful for you to use this one. And next, second option, which is very important, which plays in this document. Okay, when you go for a place in this document, it works like a sheet base. Okay, sheet base. Even as I said, the new name which we have used it, invoice_amount, that is a new name cell range has been created. Even that also we can work it out. Okay, you can link those names also if you require. Based on your criteria, you can add it. Now, sheet number 1 to sheet number 5 is there. I want to add a link. Okay, I want to add a link. What link I can add it? For example, as I said, the sum of the invoice amount is 73,646. So where does it come from? I want to add a reference to here. Okay, so please click here to see the breakdown. Okay, so now I'm adding a new word here. Please click here to see the breakdown. Okay, so now when I go for Control K, I want to see where is the breakdown option is here. It is available in sheet number 2, E17. Sheet number 2, E17. The total value is available. So I can go and do Control K, place in this document. I want to go for sheet number 2. But you can see now, please click here to see the breakdown option is there. Sheet 2 has been selected. The type of cell references as default, it comes with A1. Okay, so you want to definitely change this destination. If you're not changing this destination, then it will go to sheet number 2 with A1 only. By default, the cell reference A1 will work. Okay, now I'm going for E17 because I already know the value is available in E17. Okay, sheet number 2. So now sheet number 2, E17, I click OK. Now you can see the link has been created. So people want to see the total invoice amount is 73,646. Where does it come from? If they go and click this breakdown, exactly to take it to the correct part here. So you can add a lot of references here. People who are reviewing, for them it will be more helpful. You want to create a lot of references for your files. If they are external clients, make sure where does all these values come from, how this calculation appears, everything can be interlinked. Okay, you can create a references. Without references, the people will get a lot of questions. They will come back with you and asking where does it come from. They'll set a call again for a simple things. Okay, so don't want to wait to waste much time. You can create these type of links and you can share it up. So the client will automatically read it out and self-evaluations can be done, self-review can be done very easily with the help of these options. Okay, so any doubt as of now about adding hyperlinks? Okay, next, like we have another option, which is hyperlinks to be created even a backwise also. For example, we have created an hyperlink here, okay, which is sheet number 2, and then it goes to E17. Now again, if I want to bring back, I want to go for sheet number 2 to sheet number 1, then I can create a small hyperlink at home page here. Okay, this is called a summary sheet. For example, this is summary here, then it exactly work. Okay, now I'll go for hyperlink here to be created. I'm going to create this as a back button. Okay, back button. Sheet number 1 to be applied. Where does it go? Sheet number 1, A1 will go. Okay, now the back button is available here. When I go and click here, it exactly go to the sheet number 1 in A1. Okay, so by default it goes here. So what you can do now, you can create a multiple, this is a summary sheet. You can create a back button and copy and paste in all the one. Okay, now this back button is copied with the link. I'll go for sheet number 3 and I'm updating here, and then sheet number 4 I'm updating in my blank cells, and then sheet number 5 I'm updating that in my blank cells. Okay, now the back button is available in all the sheets. When I click this back button, it exactly go to the summary sheet, sheet number 1. Okay, from there you can navigate also. Go to sheet number 2, sheet number 3, something like that. You can easily navigate it. So between the sheets, you can easily navigate with the help of this hyperlinks. One small disadvantage we have it in hyperlinks. Okay, now the back which has been created here. Okay, sheet number 1, sheet number 2 is there. Now I'm going to change the number sheet name here. This is called a summary sheet. Now this is called a summary sheet. I change the name here. Okay, now you can see when I click back here, it doesn't find the references. Okay, because after creating all the references, if you change the name of the sheets, then it doesn't work. So the important is you want to make sure the sheet name are already aligned, already properly aligned, and then you can start giving your references for your hyperlinks. Okay, if you are giving hyperlinks, after that you are changing a sheets, it doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't consider your name of the sheets. So make sure keep a name for your sheet at first and then start giving an hyperlinks. Okay, and the next is create a new document option. Okay, this is very rarely we use it. Okay, to creating a new document with a date with a specific options here. Okay, it doesn't work at all. So we don't want to create these options. New sheet, new document can be created. We can directly go on pressing Control N and you are creating it. For that only we are using it. And last option for email options. Okay, that is email hyperlink. So email hyperlink can be easily used, but there is not much usage about this email hyperlink. Okay, why? Because we can add only the 2 column and then subject column. We cannot add any other thing in this part. Only we can add a 2 on subject. Okay, that is why it is not much familiar. When I go for Control K, I can find the email addresses will be there. So I can give what is my email address, what is to be text displayed, and subject to be typed. Okay, for example, I'll go for the text display, send email. Send email is a text to display which I have kept, and email addresses will be there, which I'm going to give a random one. Okay, random email ID, subject NSCIT Excel online training. Okay, now this is a link which will create it here. Okay, when I click here, now we can see exactly it opens a mailbox. Okay, I don't have any email box here. So it will be connected with your email box Outlook, and it shows only the header part, that is your subject and to. Nothing will be there. Rest of the things that you want added. Okay, so there is no much usage about the hyperlinks here to sending an email out. Okay, so any doubt as of now about the hyperlinks? Okay, so now we go with the object here. So object, as I said, object is very important. It is kind of attachment. Directly you can attach any files into your Excel sheet for easy referencing purposes. Okay, you have done a lot of calculation. You have done a lot of calculation, a very big calculation you have done it. Okay, now the reviewer part, they want to see how this calculation happened. With the help of some file, we have applied this condition, which means you can add that file as an attachment, supporting attachment. Okay, so now, as I said, go for a text box and you can click this object over here. This is an embedded object here, okay, which means like an attachment it comes. Okay, you don't want to create any new thing, directly go for create from file option. Create from file, and you have 2 different options here again. Okay, linking to the file and display as icon option is there. Okay, first you can select the file where you require. What file is required? For example, this is my day 2 file. I'm going to browse my day 1 file. I'll go for a specific folder. Okay, these are the folders, and I'll go for day 1 file. Day 1 file. I'm going to attach this day 1 file here. Okay, click the day 1 file and attach it. Okay, and after attaching, you can see this. This is an Excel file directly we are attaching it, and including my path it will come. Okay, so thing is, you want to delete the path here. If you include along with the path, it won't work. It will work only for you. If you send it out, it won't come for other people. Okay, it comes like a reference error. So delete this path here. Only keep the name of the file with the extension, and you can make that as a display as icon, because if you not click this display as icon, this file will come like an image here directly. Okay, so click on display as icon. It will look like this. Inserting an icon represents the content of the file into your document. Okay, so which is, even if you want, you can change the icon content also. Okay, so instead of Excel, you can keep any other thing, that one. Now you can see it work like a small attachment. Okay, you can make this attachment to move anywhere, wherever you require, and also it is easy for us to see it. Now the calculation is done. Please refer the attached object. You can keep some name for this object also, and advise reviewer to review it. Okay, this is very easiest way. And in the object, what is the other advantages? You can add other extension files also, like PDF. Word document. Okay. And then you can add on the PowerPoint presentations. What are the files that you require? You can add a number of things. Okay. Even a text file that you can add it easily. So different extensions can be added in object. That is the advantage of using objects. Okay. So now the second thing is like you can have a link method. So you can have a link means you can attach some presentations, attach some word. You can make a link. What are the changes that you do in this Excel sheet? That will be applied in the file where you have saved it. But for that, definitely network computers is required. But without network computers, it won't be much suitable for you to do it. Okay, so mostly an object can be updated and it can be attached like a separate file, attachment file, which includes in your Excel sheet itself. So now the calculation is done. They want to refer the sheets means they can double click here to refer it. Okay, simply double click here, it get opened. Now you can see the day one has been opened in the easiest way. Okay, so that is the advantage of using Excel. Okay, this is the day one Excel file, easily it has been opened. Okay, so like an attachment it works on. This is called an object. Okay, so adding an object, which is very important, you can attach a PDF or Word or PowerPoint, whatever it may be. Even you can add like a small attachment file. Whenever you require, you can open it. Now, before adding that, you want to delete the path. That is most important thing. If you're not deleting the path, then it won't work. It will come like a reference error. Okay, so deleting the path for all the files, whatever you're loading it. Fine. Any doubt as of now about objects?
Jay, I have a doubt. You said said something on deleting the path. I did not get this point.
Okay, see, first when I load a file, so for example, the session planner is there. Okay, I'm going to select the session planner file. I'm going to insert it. So when I inserting it, it shows with my personal computer path here. Okay, this is my personal computer path. If I send this as an attachment here, I can use it only for people who are having access for this folder. Okay, if it is a network computer, then not a problem. If you're sending this for people who don't have access for this, which doesn't work at all. Why? Because this is a link we have it here. Okay, so it comes like a reference error only. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to delete this one. You want to delete only the file name to be kept. You want to delete the entire path here and keeping a file name with .xlss. Then it won't come like a file, it goes like an attachment directly. And after that, you want to make the assets displays account. Okay, so if you keep a path here, the file will be acquired, file will be applied in my system. When I share this file to someone, the Excel file which I have shared to someone, they cannot open it. If they try to open accessing this file, it shows like a reference error because the file path is missing over there. Okay, so that is why you want to delete the path in your objects before attaching anything.
Okay.
Okay, next we have a cell protection. Okay, types of protections we have. Okay, this is very interesting about Excel protections. Okay, first we have 3 types of protection in Excel. Okay, 3 types of protections we have. Okay, one is cell protection, and then we have worksheet protection, and then we have workbook protection. So 3 protections are there. One is cell protection, and then workbook protection, worksheet protection. In this workbook again, we have 2 subdivisions. One is password to open, and then we have password to modify. So now we are going to see this one, cell protection. Okay, now why we are protecting this file? What is the need of protection in Excel? Any idea about it?
Jay, this is Mamta here.
Yeah, please.
The password protection is very much important when you are, having some important information stored in and you don't want somebody to edit or modify. So in order to remain the same, data source, you are applying the password protection to your Excel workbook or worksheet.
Exactly, correct. So since we are handling with some sensitive informations, okay, we don't want to show for all the employees. Even in your team, you don't require to show all the informations. You want to make sure that to be protected. Okay, so in Excel, there are so many other options are there to protect it. But unfortunately, since this is an offline software, okay, which means easily you can overcome. For example, if you protect sheet number 8, the sheet number is completely 8 is protected. Okay, you can simply go and use this review tab, okay, to protect your worksheet. Okay, sheet number 8 has been now protected. Okay, but unfortunately, even after protected, you can just go and do a right click and you can easily delete it. Okay, since this is an offline software, that is one constraint we have it. Okay, one biggest disadvantage. Even a file will be protected with password, you can delete the file easily. Okay, so there is no protections here correctly. First thing. Second thing, since this is an offline software, if you forget the password, that's it. Okay, you cannot reset your password through a mail or phone number and all. Since you are using online version of Excel, we have that option. Okay, we have a password to be linked with some email ID. You can easily go and protect it. That is one way. But this is an offline software. We are using it now, desktop version. For this version, we don't have any option. Directly go and break the file. Okay, the password has been forgot. Then you want to go for a third-party applications, install this file, and you want to break the password, which is a very threat again. They can loot all the information from your file very easily. Okay, so make sure what are the passwords that you are going to give, you want to be must remembered. Okay, you want to keep something noted in any area. Okay, so make sure if you are forgetting your password, then you cannot retrieve it. Okay, the entire data to be again reconstructed. Okay, so make sure this is an offline software. Keep the password and remember as always. Very simple password that you want to give it for all the files. Okay, that is the two things first disadvantages we have. Now, coming back to the protection. First, cell protection, which is that we are going to see. Why we are using cell protection, which means the file is completely constructed in some calculation mode. Okay, calculation mode. This file is sent to some people. The user input, data entry input file, which will be there. The people want to type only in few areas. They don't want to type in some other area. Okay, only few cells to be typed, rest of the cells to be logged with that. For that purpose, we are using with cell addresses. Okay, cell protections will be there. Cell protection can be used for any calculation purposes. Okay, it will be protected from formulas, some important informations in a sheet. Okay, now I'll show example to understand it easily. Right now I have a shop, just imagine it. I have a different products here. Okay, different products here with the price and the quantity. Okay, now in my shop, the stock register is maintaining it. Every day, I want to maintain a stock here. This is my original stock as of now. I want to update my next day stock in the quantity field. So my employee want to change only this quantity field. They don't want to change the product name. They don't want to change the price name. They don't want to change the calculation, formula calculated. Only the user input area is my quantity field. You don't want to touch any other thing in this list. Okay, this is what my objective. Okay, so what I'm going to suggest my employee, if I say that don't change any other options in the file, which means you will continuously changing it. So what I planned is I'm going to log the entire sheet. Okay, entire sheet, exclude this particular area, exclude this particular quantity field. Rest of the areas are now logged. He cannot access anything. He is going to access only this quantity field. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. In Excel, all the cells are already protected. By default, it comes with a protection mode only. Okay, for example, if you want to see that, do right click, go for format cells. In the protection, you can see the cell is locked. Okay, if you go and select any cells, it will show like a logged only. Go for format cells, you can see the protection is locked, which means each and every cell is already protected in Excel by default. Only thing you want to apply a password for that. Okay, for example, now go for protection, cells are already logged, but logging cells or hiding formulas has no effect until you protect the worksheet. Okay, so what happened? The cells are already logged. Every cells are already logged. You want to apply a password. Okay, you want to protect it through this review tab. Now, when I go for this protect sheet option here, the entire sheet will be protected because all cells are already logged. Okay, if I do that one, even my employee cannot change my quantity also. That is a problem because this is a daily changes one. Okay, I want to update my values on daily basis here. So what I feel is I'm going to unlock this option alone. I'm not going to log this one. I'm going to unlock this one. Okay, so area where you want to type the user input areas are there. These are the cells they want to type as an input one. Then select those cells, do right click, go for format cells. Okay, unlock, remove this lock here. Remove this lock here, which means the selected area are now unlocked. Okay, unlocked. Okay, now next, after unlocking this, I want to apply a password. Under sheet tabs, protect sheets, I'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4. The password is 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, reconfirm 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, first step, what I have did, I have unlocked it. Unlocked, and then I have protected with password. Now the other cells are locked. Other cells are locked. So I have protected. That is why if I do any changes here, it won't apply because those cells are already locked. If I try to change my formula, it won't work. If I try to change my product name, it won't work because all those are already locked. Only area what I have kept, the quantity field, which is unlocked here. So yesterday it is 28, today is 25. If I change 25, exactly the formula will work. Only the area whatever we have unlocked here, that is our user input area. This is called as cell protections. So wherever the input area is required, only that to be unlocked, rest of the area to be applied with the protections. Right? Any doubt as of now about cell protection?
Jay, there is one doubt, Kanchan here.
Yeah,
If
please.
somehow we want him to remove the password and unprotect the same sheet, and we ask him to do that, will he be able to? Will that user be able to do it?
No, he can't do it. Why? Because, for example, if you go for unprotected sheet here, it will ask you a password. So you cannot do that one. That is why, since this is an offline software, there are multiple limitations in this Excel protections. So if it is an online mode, then there is a possibility to do it. But offline means you cannot do it.
Okay.
And also after loading this one, for example, the entire sheet is now logged, only the specific area is unlocked here. Okay, so if you want to extend this range also, you cannot do. Okay, because the author who has been created the file, only he knows the password. If he knows the password, then he can go and change it. Okay, so this is about the cell protections. So for example, you are getting an input from different teams. You have multiple calculation in the sheet. Then you can use this method. Okay, so you can prepare a sheet at first and make the cells with some colors. Wherever the colors are there, only that is the input area. You can allow only them to give an input, only unlocking those cells. Rest of the cells are already locked. You can prepare a template also like that. Okay, so the external team or other department will see the file, will see the calculation, but he cannot delete anything. Okay, he can give only the input area where it is required. He cannot do any other changes in the file. Okay, so that will be easiest way to protect your calculations, protect your input also. You don't want to get an input and you want to type it. Instead of that, you can prepare a template and we can share it to other team. Only the input area to be applied. Okay, you can get an input from them very easily in the unboxed cells. Okay, next is sheet protection. That is very simple. As I said earlier, sheet number 6 is available now. I want to go and protect this one. Okay, so the entire sheet is getting protected. Okay, sheet number 6 is getting protected now. I'm going to change that with some password again. 1234 1234. Okay, now sheet number 6 is completely protected. Okay, so if I type anything, it won't allow me to do anything. Okay, since this is protected. But as I said, the disadvantage, if you want to delete the sheet number 6, you can easily do right click and delete it. Even though it is protected, it is easily deletable. Okay, so that is the biggest disadvantage in the offline softwares. Okay, so make sure whatever you protected, make a copy again. Since even after protecting it, you want to keep that into a separate version. Okay, that will be helpful for you to avoid from data loss. Third one, which is very important, workbook protection. Okay, workbook protection. Okay, maybe we can do one thing. We can take a small 10-minute break now. Okay, it is 8:27. Again, we can regroup at 8:37. Okay, so 10-minute break. Please be on mute. After 8:40, we can start again, and rest of the sessions will be covered. Okay, so we can start now. Okay, next we are going to see with Excel Workbook Protection. So as I said earlier, Excel Workbook Protection has two different ways. One is password to open and password to modify. Okay, so don't go for this Excel Workbook Protection, which is available in this review tab. Okay, instead of that, you can use with the old method. Okay, which I'll tell you how to use that one. Password to open and password to modify. So where this password to open will be used? This will be used for the situations if it is a personal related informations. You are having your salary breakup and then a personal information about your team, feedback from your the survey. If you want, only you want to see it, no others to be want to see it, which means you can protect this file with a password. So unless you are giving a password, the file cannot be opened. Okay, so you want to apply a password to open it, to see what data is available in the file. Okay, first for that method, we want to use for password to open. This is for single users. Okay, even now the sheet is protected here. I'll just go for Workbook Protection. Password to open and then password to modify. Okay, now as I said, password to open for single used. For single user, you must require password to open this file to see what data is available in the file. That is why we are using with password to open. Password to modify, which anyone can use. For example, you have a team, a process updates comes here. Okay, only one have an editable access. Rest of the people can see what data is available in the file, but they cannot edit it. Okay, which is otherwise called as read-only method. Okay, so people can do only read-only. They don't have a password for the file, but still they can read it. What is the file available? What is the information is available in the file? That easily they can see it, but they cannot edit any informations. Only one having a control for all the team. Okay, so the two methods which I'll show you how to do that. First, I'll go for control in to create a new workbook. Okay, in this workbook, while saving itself, we are going to set up this password methods with some modes. Okay, first go for file and save this file now. Save this file in a specific path. So before saving here, I want to go for this tools option. In this tools option, I'm going to change with general options. Okay, first I'm going to give a name, password to open. Okay, password to open, and I'm going to use this tool with general options. Tool with general options, and you can see now password to open, password to modify, both will be available. Go on this password to open. I'm going to give some password here randomly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the password is set. Save this file with the same name, password to open. Okay, fine. Now in this password to open file, I'm going to fill some random values here, 1 to 100. Okay, random values, which I'm going to update it. Okay, now the random value has been updated in this file, and I'm going to just save this file and close it. Okay, just consider this is my personal information. I don't want to show this to anyone. Okay, so now the file is closed. If someone is trying to open this file in my folder, password to open, when I click the file, it asks you the password. It won't open. Okay, you cannot see the data what is available here. Since this is an offline, as I said earlier, you can give multiple time. Even if you're giving a multiple wrong informations, it won't get logged. Okay, until you press the correct password, it will be waiting for you. Okay, so you want to give the correct password here to open the file. You cannot see the information what is available in the file without knowing the password. This is one way of protecting your personal information, some sensitive information about your company. For that, we are using this method, password to open method. Okay, so this will be very useful for the very sensitive informations about a client list, about a salary breakup, about a commercial, okay, about a product cost. All those things can be highly protected. So you can use this method only one can be handled it. And as I said earlier, please remember all the password what you are setting for the worksheets or for the workbook. If you forget this one, again you cannot open it. Okay, so again it takes a lot of time to break it. Okay, now this is password to open. I'm going to give a password now, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I know I'm the author of this file. When I click OK, Now we can see the exact information is viewable. So unless you are giving a password, you cannot see what data is available in the file with the help of password to open. First method we are doing it. Okay, only for personal usages and some important information in a system. And second way, which is password to modify. For example, again, I'm going to create one more new file, book number 4. I'm going to use the same thing, save, and in the same folder, I'm going to change this with password to modify. Okay, password to modify, and I'm going to use the toolbox, general options, password to modify, I'm going to use it, 1, 2, 3, 4, again 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to save this file in the same folder. The file has been saved. I'll go for the random value again, 1 to 100. And the file has been saved. Okay, now which consists of some information in my password to open file. So I want to open this file. Since this is my team member, I'm giving access for them to see it. Okay, so password to modify. If they click it here, it shows with my name, and the password to modify comes with read-only method. If you want write access, then you require a password to do it. Unless you can directly open with read-only option. Okay, now I don't know the password for this file, but I can see it. If I click read-only option, now the file is getting opened in read-only mode. Okay, the data bot, I can easily see what is available in this file. Okay, so most important, password is again a concern. Okay, if you forget this password, you cannot retrieve the files here. So make sure either you can work with password to open method or password to modify method. So password to modify, which will be used for a team-based. Okay, only one have a writing access, edit access, that can be easily maintained. A process updates or the volume metrics, or you can go for error tracking. All those things can be seen by multiple team members, but only one to be handled it. Okay, so for that you can use these type of informations. Password to open and password to modify can be effectively used for your process activities. Okay, so any doubt as of now about the Excel protections? Okay, fine. Next we go with another topic, Excel proofing and comments. Okay, so this is Excel proofing and comments that we will see it, and then the illustrations will be there. We will see what is the illustration about it. Okay, Excel proofing and comment, which is very easy, which is in a review tab. Okay, so if you go for a review tab, you can find Excel spell checks, and then we have thesaurus, and then workbook statistics. Okay, very simply, if you go for the spell check, with the help of the dictionary, what we have added, you can see it in autocorrect option. There are a lot of words which is already added, as same like some of the words which is missing over there in the dictionary. So probably when you are sending a file to someone, either an internal or external client, the first best practice is you want to keep a name for the file, Excel file. Second thing, you want to do a spell check for all the sheets, whatever you applied it. First do spell check and then share the file. Okay, before sending out a file, you must require to do a spell check. Okay, for all the sheets. That is most important thing. And this is my new 2019 version. So you can find a smart lookup option and then translate option, check accessibility options and all there. Okay, so this is with the help of online mode, it is exactly working. Okay, you can see anything you require. For example, I'm going to type improvement. Okay, so I'm going to type a wrong spelling here. For example, improvement. When I go for F7 spell check button, it exactly rectify it. Okay, it will rectify it. You can easily change it. You can say that good to go. Okay, so now each and every document and in the sheets, you want to perform the spell check, and before sending that, you can do that and you can send it. That is one way of best practice. Second thing, we have a thesaurus here. Okay, thesaurus means like synonyms. If you want to know the meaning of that particular word, you can use this directly through an online connections. Okay, now when I click this thesaurus, it exactly say what is the meaning of this word. Okay, the improvement is there. When I click this thesaurus, it exactly says the right hand side. You can see now the small pane open. In this pane, it shows with development, upgrading, perfection, enhancement. Okay, so something very easiest way of identifying the meaning of that particular word can be used with this help of thesaurus. Okay, so it is easy for us to identify. It is easy for us to check. We don't want to go for a Google and do these type of things. Okay, so simple to check all your meanings for this particular word in Microsoft Excel. And we have workbook statistics. Previously, we don't have any statistics and all, but in the newer version, we have a statistics. Okay, why? Because we want to see how many formulas we applied and how many tables is applied in this workbook and how many data that you had applied so far. If you want to see such type of information, you can use this workbook statistics for a count quickly understand about your nature. Okay, like you can see, we have one table in this one, only one table in this workbook. 901 formulas we have applied so far. Okay, 901 formulas we have applied so far. And then totally 8 sheets are there. If you want to see how many sheets, you can use this method to easily identify the active number of sheets. And then cells with data, 1366 cells with data we added. Okay, in case if the file size is very high, but there is no such information available in this worksheet, if you want to identify this, you can use this method. Simply it says you, okay, because some unhide sheets are there, some with data, a lot of data are in a hidden manner. Even that easily you can get it. Okay, so sheets will be counted, cells will be counted. In the current sheet, we don't have any formula, we don't have any table, only one cell with data. That is called in D5 improvement. Okay, so you can see a small statistics here for easy purpose to analyze it. Okay, since this is a very huge number, you can reduce the size also by deleting some columns here. The statistics will work on even in a Word and PowerPoint. Okay, for Word, why it is required, we can write some articles. If you want to see the count of the word, the article must consist of 600 words as a minimum or 900 words as a minimum. Something like that is there, which for that you can easily count it. For that only, we have a statistics is available in Word and PowerPoint as well. And next we have a check accessibility option. Okay, this is one of the best option where we can do a lot of document check, inspecting a document. Okay, this is a very interesting one. Now I'll show you how to use this one. For example, you are getting a file from an external department, okay, or like external clients. So you want to do an inspect at first. Okay, about sometimes you'll be getting a circular reference error in a file. Sometimes you'll be getting some hyperlink is missing with link cannot be updated. So this type of errors will be shown when you open the file. Okay, even that circular type of references error, all those things comes under a formula error auditing will be there. We have a separate session about a formula auditing that we are going to see it. I'll tell you in that time. But now, how this document can be inspected. Okay, now you can see day 2 is there. We have day 2 file that is going to be inspected now. Okay, you have different options. First, you have under a review tab, check accessibility. For that, you can check it. Okay, this is one way that you can do it. Or else you can directly go for file option. Okay, info, go for info option, file and info. The sheet is already protected. Sheet number 7 is alone protected in this workbook. Okay, sheet number 7. We don't have any other protection in the workbooks. And you can see easily at modified at what date, what time, who's the author of this file. Okay, so the auto recovery, as I said previously, every 5 minutes the auto recovery file has been saved, as I said. So the file is getting saved in this path. If you want to go for here, directly click this. Today 8/18 and the auto recovery file has been saved already. If you click that, automatically the file getting saved. Okay, so this is one easiest way to identify your auto recovery of the file informations. And if you want, you can go for this manage workbook to recover unsaved workbook. Also, you can get it easily. Okay, it's the easiest way to get it. And then you can directly open a file location from this path. This is another information, easiest information. Okay, and in which issues for check for issues. This is one very important, inspecting a workbook that you can do it now. Okay, just go for inspecting a document under this check for issues. click on for the inspect element, the document inspector will automatically get starts. Do you want to save your file now? Yes, just click that. The file will get saved. And one more protected worksheet is there. So you want to remove the protected at first. So I'll go for sheet number 7 and I will do unprotect this one. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, now it is unprotected. Okay, so all the sheets are now unprotected. I'm going back to the same one. File, info, check for issues, inspect document. Okay, now the document is getting inspected. You can see now it will inspect in a different parameters. For example, it will check for commands in Excel sheet. It will check for any hidden informations about the personal informations which is available in this document or not. It checks for a data model. It checks for add-ons. If you have any specific add-ons, then it shows with some error or warning. Okay, even it checks for some embedded documents, that is objects. If you installed any objects in the file, then it shows you. Why? Because that will create an error for the external clients. There is a chance of creating an error in the external clients if you send out this file. So that will show a small error warning messages. You have all these informations available with different parameters can be checked. Okay, active filters are there or not, or hidden names are there or not. Okay, so different parameters can be easily documented, easily inspected in this document. Okay, now when I go for inspect option, when I click here, you can see it take little time, 21 parameters as of now, which take little time, and it will inspect and it will tell you the results. Okay, let's wait for 2 more minutes. It is doing inspecting element. Okay, it is already done with 19. Now it is comes in with hidden rows and column. Here it is doing it. It is observing all the sheets, I think. Let's wait for a few more minutes. Okay, take a lot of time. I'll just go for a new sheet again. Let's try it. Right, I'll try to close all the thing. It is still running. Okay, I'll get it later. So I'll go for some new sheets with a less number of data, and I'll try to show you, okay, in the upcoming classes about how to do inspect elements and all. Okay, so So next, if you go for the review tab here, it shows with accessibility. Okay, that is what, when you do this element, it shows exactly with the results to be published. So here it takes little time. That is why I closed it. So once the document result has been published, it shows how many objects has been included in this file. Any hidden personal informations are there. Even author name, even a modifier name will be captured as a warning. Okay, in this document element, inspecting element. And then if you are installed any specific table, hyperlinks from external sources, it shows that as a warning. All those warnings will be given by default. Okay, so that is what it shows you. And smart lookup and translate we have. This is very simple. It will exactly tell you. Okay, for example, if you want to know what is fixed expenses, you don't know what is about fixed expenses, which means simply you can go for smart lookup here. Okay, which is already connected with Bing software, Wikipedia. Directly it works on. When you click here, you require an internet connection. Now it shows what is fixed expenses. You can take any pictures or definitions or a specific documents from Excel to directly connecting with online mode powered by Bing. Automatically it works on. You can take directly in a Google search kind of thing. Okay, you can take anything you required from it here. Okay, so this is what about a smart lookup. So smart lookup will even take a picture of whatever you required. For example, COVID virus. If you want to see about that, you can directly type what you required in the cell and just go for smart lookup. Now you can see exactly it comes with the definitions and pictures, and what Wikipedia shows that exactly shows here. You can directly take from an online mode to Excel sheet by its own. Okay, so quickly we can take it up. And same thing, we have a translate option. So if you want to do translations, you can easily translate it. Okay, now fixed expenses is there. You can see the preferred language, I kept it here in Tamil. So it is exactly converted by its own. As same like you can go for a different language, whatever you require. For example, I want this to be in a Spanish, then go on click Spanish, and you can see now that has been converted into a Spanish. Okay, easily you can translate it. But in Excel, we have by a cell based that you can do translations. If you have a very big document that you cannot translate it in your own language. Okay, but in Word, we can easily do it. For example, in Word, we have another option called translating the entire document. Okay, the same review tab, you can see now, translate the selection or translate the document. Both you can do it. Okay, for example, I'm going to fill a random paragraph. Okay, 5 paragraphs are there. This is a random one. Okay, I'm going to use this entire document to be translated. Instead of selection, I'm going the entire document. For example, you have 10 pages in a Word. You want to convert that 10 pages into your own language. Even that you can easily do it. Okay, translate the document. Click on that. Go for the document, and from auto detect, so the language will be auto detected. I want to convert this into a French now. I want to convert all these into a French. Even you have again 173 plus countries. You can select any regional language if you require. Even in Gujarati you require. Directly you can do it. Okay. So now go for auto detect and the regional language, and I'm going with a translate option here. Okay, just go for translate option. The entire document has been now converted into the own regional language. Okay, so this is the easiest way to convert the entire document into your own language with the help of Microsoft Word. But in Excel, we don't have such end-to-end option to convert all the entire document. We have only certain cell-based thing. So you want to select the cell and you want to do it. Okay, so this is one easiest way to translate it. Fine. Any doubt as of now about the translations and smart lookup?
No, Jaykumar.
Okay, next we go with the commands here. So very simple. As I said, in Excel, we have a cell commands. The shortcut key of cell command is Shift F2. Okay, when you press Shift F2, you can find easy cell command to be inserted in this path. The cells which comes with a red color highlighted on the right hand side. Okay, so this is a red color indicator will be shown, which means the cell has consist with some command. Okay, now either you can go with Shift F2 or you can use Alt button R button, C button. Okay, Alt R C, even that also to bring a new comment. Okay, Alt R C. So now you can add multiple comments like this wherever you required. You want to show how this calculation has appeared. For example, 85,342. Where does it come from? You can add a small notification. Says that this is a last year cost. This is a first year cost. Something like that. You can add a notification. For simple sales notification, you can give it. Okay, and we have other options here like show and hide a comment, show all comments. When you click show all comments, all the comments are now visible. Okay, so simply it will be visible in a one click. Again, show all hides will be there. When you click that, all the one which will be hidden. Okay, even that also you can do it. Again, if you disable this one, all the entire comments are now in hidden mode. And there are some tricks to find it out. For example, I want to select all the commented cell. I want to see all the commented cell. I want to convert that all commented cell into a cell color. I want to make the commented cell with yellow color, with yellow color cell here. Okay, so now if I have only one cell with comment, I can make by manually pressing this yellow color fill and I can easily do it. But if I have more than 25 or 30 colors, 30 comments are there, which means I cannot see it where the comments are available in the big file. I want to go and personally search it with the help of this small red color indicator. Okay, which is very difficult for a very big data. Sometimes there is a chance of missing it also. So what you want to do in that time to avoid that missing, I can easily use a home tab, find and select option, go to special option. Okay, in which very easy, even go to special. Below to that, you can see now comment option is there. When I click comment here, exactly all the commented cell will be selected in a single click. Even if you have 25 plus comments are there in Excel sheet, you can go for home tab and find and select only the commented cell to be selected. When you click that, exactly all the cells will be selected in a one single click. Then you can make it with yellow color very easily. So now the yellow color line items are commented cell. Simply you can understand it, easy for us to track it. You don't miss any comments in a Excel sheet. So this is one way to easiest to identify the cell comments. So this go to special will be more helpful to select only the blank cells. Go to special to select only the blank columns. For that it will be useful. Only the formula column, only the constant, only the comment, all those things will be available in go to special. It is easy for us to select all the formula cells in a very one click itself. Okay, the files come from the external department. It has a lot of calculation. Almost 100 plus formulas are there. You want to highlight where the formulas are there, which cells are consistent formula, which means you can go and select this find and select, click on the formula cell, which means exactly it will find it out. In this sheet, we don't have any formula cell. That is why it is not finding it out. Okay, so that is easiest way to find and select option to identify the formulas and commented cells in a worksheet. Okay, so now in Word, what happens is Excel, this is like a cell command, like a very simple one, which you can show like a Excel notification, cell notification, it works. But in Word and PowerPoint, it look like a small chat box. You can do a reply also. Okay, easily you can make a reply also. For example, I'm going to add a notification here. Okay, so this is my data. I'll go for a new command here. You can see now the new command will capture my name and along with the time what it happens. Okay, I can say please review. Please review, and I'm going to share this document to my reviewer. Okay, for example, he has reviewed now and he can give a reply again here. Okay, I can say this is fine. This is good to go. Something like that, he can reply it. Once this is replied, you can make this as a result also. Okay, we don't want to use anymore here. I can make that as a result. Okay, which means the command is now done and it is validated. Okay, so the maker checker concept also can be exactly checked in this option in PowerPoint and Word. Even if you want to reopen again, you can make reopen. Okay, so there are so many options are there, which is in Microsoft Word. Okay, but in Excel, we don't have such thing. We have only cell notification can be used in a new command option. Okay, so commenting will be used here. Fine. So any doubt as of now about this review tab? So rest of the part we have covered it. Now we go with another option, which is illustrations. Okay, so we have another topic called illustrations. Right. So far, any doubt what we have covered in this session? Okay, fine. Okay, next is we have illustrations, and then we can see a small tricks in Excel that we can see it. Okay, so illustrations, which is purely about shapes to be added. Okay, you are working with shapes and designs and with 3D models and all. Okay, so since this is a newer version, we have a 3D models here. So this 3D model is like you can rotate your pictures into 360-degree. Different angles can be seen with the help of the 3D model. Okay, so the ready-made models are there already available in online mode. We can pick that and we can see it, how effectively it can work. Okay, first thing, we start with picture mode. All the illustration groups are available in Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Okay, in everything is same. Okay, there is no difference in illustration group alone. Okay, so this group is available in all the Microsoft products, which consist of smart arts, screenshots, okay, screenshots, and we have a 3D models. And especially the important thing, which is icon. Okay, we can make a lot of icons also to do a data visualizations. Okay, so maybe from tomorrow onwards, we are going with complete calculations. Okay, like about conditional formattings. Okay, and then we are going with data analysis using pivot table. Okay, and then we are going with Power Query. All those things are completely into a data analysis and visualizations. So for that, we can use this illustration group also to make our data visualization to be even more attractive. For that, we are using with. Okay, so I'll just give a quick introduction about what is illustrations, and then in the upcoming classes, we are going to use all these things. First, which is picture mode. As I said, picture. You can insert two types of picture. Very simple. Okay, everybody knows about it, including a picture from a device and from online mode. Okay, so go for online mode now. I'll take some picture randomly. Okay, I'll take a random picture now. Okay, for example, I'll go for aeroplane. I'll take a random picture. Okay, now the picture has been included. So once the picture has been included, you can find an additional supporting tab, which is called the picture format. Okay, so this is a picture format, is a new tab which comes only you click the picture. When you click outside of the picture, it won't come. Okay, so the picture will comes with styles by default. These are the frameworks. If you see the frameworks here, different frameworks can be applied for this picture with 3D model and other model as well. So this will be available again in Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. What are the pictures that you include? You can make some different styles. Okay, different styles can be easily done with these type of frames, ready-made frames. And in the picture format, you have a background option. That is background removal option is there. For example, the plane is there with a background of blue color. Okay, this is like a kind of a sky will be there. Sky blue will be there. In case if you want to remove those things, you can use this remove background option to remove it for any pictures. Okay, but it exactly won't remove like a Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, but to some extent it will do it. Okay, we want to draw in depth about it. Okay, we want to use the cursor, mouse, and properly to do a remove background. Okay, now I'll use how to remove this background option. Go for picture format, select the picture, and click on the remove background option. When you click it here, now you can see automatically the background options will be converted into a pink color. And the supporting tabs you can see now, it comes different mode. The background removal, view tab, and picture format. Only 3 tabs will be there now. These rest of the tabs will not show in Excel. Okay, and along with that, this picture 2 now shows with area to keep, area to remove, and discard changes and keep changes. Okay, 4 options are there. Area to keep means wherever the pink color area is there, that pink color area are now removed. It can be easily removable. Okay, for example, the front mouth part of this plane, which has been covered with pink color. If I go with keep changes, that has been removed. The front mouth part has been removed. Okay, and even the tile option here, even you can see the tile here, it shows with pink color. Wherever the pink color is available, that has been removed. So first, what I want to do, mark area to keep with a pencil mode, which I am going to draw a line here. Okay, when I click here, it comes with the pencil mode. Okay, now I want this mouth part. So just go and click the mouth part, left mouse part, which means now it will be converted into a white color. So the pink color has been removed in this part. Okay, now next again, I require the style. You don't want to draw also. If you require, you can go and draw like this. If you do that, automatically the pink color has been removed. Now the tail is there in pink color. So I'm just clicking it and I'm removing it. Okay, now everything is done. Everything is done. The background area, which is in pink, the plane, which is not at all in pink. Okay, now when I go for keep changes, you can see exactly the part has been removed. The sky blue has been removed. Only the picture plane has been, now it is available. Okay, easily you can make a remove background option in Excel, Word and PowerPoint with the help of this remove background option. Okay, you can make cells with some colors also, different colors to be applied it. Okay, so different colors can be applied it with different stones, and then you can adjust your corrections, whatever you require, you can do it. So this remove background option, which is one of the best option by removing some backgrounds for the predefined images, that easily you can do it with the help of these options. Once you do, you can go for some styling. What are that you can do it, and you can make the styling with different options, rotate options, and then you can use with some a point to be edited. What point is to be edited? Everything you can done it. Okay, so now any doubt as of now about this remove background of the picture? Okay. So what are the pictures you have? Just select it and try it with a picture format with remove backgrounds. So it is work on. Okay. And even if you want, you can go for a crop. If you require, you can crop the image what you require. And based on your requirement, you can do it. With rotations will be there and groups will be there. So you can see this is a group oriented thing, but it won't get selected now because you require 2 pictures to make a group. Okay. That I'll tell you now. Okay. Next we go for a shapes. This is very important. Shapes can be used to draw our own image. Okay, in PowerPoint, it will be very frequently used. Those type of shapes are called as infographic pictures. Now, this is a very trending word called infographic pictures. Okay, if you are very creativity, you can create your own pictures by your own, based on your scenarios, based on your content. Okay, you can create a own picture with the help of shapes. You can merge 2 shapes or 2 or more shapes in a very easiest way. Okay, first I'll make for a shape. I'll go for a rectangle, for example. Okay, and then I'll go for another shape here. Okay, just for example, I'll go for another shape. Inserting shapes with round. Okay, so 2 different shapes which I'm going to do it now. Okay, 2 shapes are there. This is one and this is second. Okay, so I'm just changing my color for this shape to spot on easily. Okay, now we can see this is a circle which is top on my rectangle. Okay, we can use a separate shape format here to do shape with colors, fills with color, okay, and fills with outline, and then shape with FX, and along with that group can be there. Okay, you can make that 2 into a single group. Okay, in which shapes is a very important thing. Like filling a shape with color can have another options. Okay, if you go for a PowerPoint, you have an option called Eyedropper. Okay, so Eyedropper will be there, which is very simple. You can copy any pictures, any colors from online directly to your images. Okay, but in Excel, we don't have such one. Directly you can fill with some gradient options or texture options or with some random colors. Okay, you want to manually go and select the random colors here. Now, the first picture I have selected, that is my oval 2. I will go for a second one. When I select the second one, the group is getting enabled now. Okay, the group is getting enabled. I want to make that 2 into a one group. Okay, so if I make that into one group, I can easily make a move on. Okay, I can start doing a flow charts. With the help of these shapes, I can make a flow charts very easily. Different flow charts symbols are there already available. Okay, you can go and select these shapes and you can start applying what is the process comes from and what is the second step you will do and what is the third step you will do and how it goes on. That you can easily do it with the help of flow charts. Manually, we want to draw it. In PowerPoint and Word, we have a lot other options. Okay, for example, I'll go for PowerPoint now, just simply. Okay, so in PowerPoint again, the shapes and merge shapes option will work. I'll just go for a small rectangle and then I'll make a oval here. Okay, so 2 shapes are there. When I select here, the group will be enabled and along with that, edit shapes and text boxes, you can find a small button here called merge shapes here, okay, which is missing in Excel, but in PowerPoint we have it. Okay, which means you can make both are union option, or you can make with combine option, or you can make with fragment option, or intersect option, or subtract option. Okay, you can make different designs here with the help of these converting new pictures, new images. You can easily do it. Okay, so this is very easiest way to combine, easiest way to fragment it. Fragment means it will convert all the images into a different picture. Now you can see easily you can remove it in a very easiest way. Okay, you can make a head like this in a very easiest way by just adding my rectangle shape and oval shape. I'm converting that into a head type of thing here. Okay, so simple to draw your own animations, own images with the help of these shapes. Okay, simply you can do it. Okay, and then if you want, you can go and attach these type of things and you can make drawing one by one. Okay, you can set like this and you can start drawing one by one. Okay, so this is the easiest way to draw it. So shapes are very helpful to make your own pictures. Infographic pictures can be easily done it. And then icons will be there. So icons are very important. As I said, a small visualizations for use for a graphical purposes. Okay, so now once you did any image or chart, you can add icons to that. For example, this is a picture which comes here. I'm going to make this picture with along with small icons. Go for view, remove the grid line. I'm going to add an icon here. Okay, just a simple icons. Go for icons. Ready-made icons are already available. Related to analyticals, business oriented, and then shapes. Okay, and then celebrations. All those things are available. Okay, I'll go for a business as of now. I'll select random icons here. There are 200 plus icons are there. You want what you want, you can just go and select it. Okay, so I'll go for this and I'll take some celebration related thing just for random purposes. And I'm going to insert this one. Now, all the images comes with a default 2.54 centimeter by default with black color. Okay, so now I'm just going to reduce the size of this with 1.5. Okay, 1.5. And now you can see, you can easily drag this image and you can keep it anywhere you require. Okay, so this is very simple work and very simply you can arrange it. This will be available in Excel, Word and PowerPoint. Okay, so wherever you require, you can keep it over there. Along with your charts, you can design these type of images. And the other advantage of using graphics, by simply changing the color of the graphics also, it exactly works. Okay, so the colors can be easily changeable. Okay, now when I take a printout here, exactly it comes in the same manner. Okay, so along with your document, you can place the icons in different areas. After applying a charts also, we are going to make this one. So we are going to see upcoming sessions about data visualizations. So at the time we were using this icons in a chart area itself. For that, it will be more useful and it gives an attractive manner of data visualizations. For that, we are using with icons here. Okay, next is 3D model. So as I said, 3D model, the pictures are already available.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Where
Yeah,
you have
please.
inserted this icon? I just missed that.
Okay, so you want to go for insert tab. Under insert tab, you have an icons here.
Okay, under illustration it is.
Illustration, yes.
So this illustration will be in the updated version only, correct?
Yes, yes. From 2016 onward, I guess.
Okay. So for the lower version, is there any option that we can make this as an add-on?
Yeah. Even you want, you can just go for online mode and you can start downloading it.
The add-on, correct?
Yes. Through add-ons, or else you can go for directly Google and you can start getting icons. Okay, for example, if you want to relate with business icons images, which means automatically it comes here. There are so many images will come.
Straight away we can do it as an image.
Exactly. Even along with the GIF file. GIF means which is animated related thing. So if you go for GIF images, it will be useful for animating purposes. For that we are using it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next, which is 3D models. As I said, these models are either you can create it through a software and you can insert into your device. That is one method. From your system, you can directly download it. Right now, I don't have any softwares to do a 3D models. So I'll directly go for online mode. Stock 3D model option is there. Okay, when I go for stock 3D model, it comes with a default category again. So different categories are there. Okay, related to building orienteds. Okay, and then related to space, 3D shapes, so many letters, even lot of options are there. Okay, you want to manually select what you require. For example, these are ready-made images. I'll go for planner space option. I'll go for this building now. For example, I'll go for this building. So now the 3D model is getting inserted in my computer. Okay, now you can see this has been inserted. Okay, for example, if you're going for a real estate kind of industry, so they'll be using a CAD software to design it. Okay, so some other softwares are also there to design it, and they will show a model house of their building, a property, to the customers. Okay, so that can be done only through either video can be downloaded or the animations file, GIF file can be downloaded. But in Excel, they have kept this new options here in 2019 onwards. Okay, which is like 360 degree. The building can be rotable. Okay, even the angles can be easily checked. If you go for this 3D model, center point will be there to move it, to move on with 360 degree angles. Okay, see now the 3D models will be there. Different views are there already. They set with different views. You can access all the views here in a very easiest way. Okay, all these are predefined one. Okay, so since I don't have any software, I have used the standard one. From the stock mode, I have used it. Now you can see I'm just clicking this round button and I'm rotating it. I can explain with the help of this rotate in a 360 degree with 3D models. Okay, if you have any product such thing, you can build your product in this 3D model and you can insert that into your system, Excel, and you can easily show to your customer in Excel itself. We don't require any software to show with 360 degree rotations. Okay, so this will be one of the useful for a product based companies. They are designing with 3D models and they're included into Excel sheet. And then they can easily, people from a sales department, they can handle those things, 3D models in their Excel itself. They don't require any software to do it. So there are so many other things based on the category wise. We have multiple 3D models, stocks are already available. If you want, you can go and select any models which is related to your product and you can start building it. Okay, so this is again comes in a newer version, which won't come in a lesser version. You required a 2016 premium version above or a 2019 to activate this 3D model. Right? Any doubt as of now about it? Okay, next is other important thing in illustration, which is called a smart art. Okay, so how many of you are already using with smart arts? So any idea about it? Why we are using smart arts?
Hi, this is Kanchan.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can carry on.
No, Kanchan.
It is something related. If you want to show any kind of relationship, say for example, organizational structure, or
exactly.
yeah, that is there. So there are several purposes for
Yes.
using smart art, but one of the easiest and frequently uses for organizational
Organization chart.
structure.
Exactly.
Chart.
So exactly. So 100% correct. This is like you are converting your text into a picture. Okay, that is why we are using a smart art. Okay, in Excel and PowerPoint and Word, the smart arts are very highly used. Okay, very frequently used by people. But most of the people will use with a organization chart. As they said rightly, hierarchy chart, which comes with a small organization chart. With picture will come and without a picture will come. Okay, so there are so many other designs are there which can be used for converting your text into a picture. So the objective of this smart art is, instead of telling all the thing in a text manner, we are going to display everything in an image manner. Okay, why? Because image is more powerful to understand about your content than a text. Okay, so text means it's just very difficult to read one by one. But if you have an image kind of thing, very easy to tell you. Okay, now I'll show a small example on how to show in a text manner, how to show in a smart art manner. Okay, first we'll see. I'll take a small example here. The advantages of macros. So how many of you know what is macros? What is macros in Excel? Any idea about it? Why we are using macros?
This is Kanchan. Macros are used basically to reduce the man time. I mean,
Yes.
for a particular task.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, fine, great. See, this is macros, other way called as automation. Okay, even about this automation, we are going to see in the upcoming classes very clearly why we are using automations, how to create automations and all. Okay, first thing, automations are used to reduce the manual effort. Okay, we don't want to do manual work. This automation will automatically performing a task based on the coding structure. Okay, in this Excel, we are using a programming language called Visual Basic Application. Okay, which is available under Developer tab. I'll be telling you in the upcoming session. So this programming language will help you to process my activity by its own through a coding structure. Okay, so what are the code that we are going to write? Based on that, automatically it works. So every automation has an advantage. Okay, for example, the main advantage of automation, which is time saving. Okay, if you are manually doing, it takes 1 hour for you. If you are doing an activity which takes 1 hour for you, but if you perform that through automation, it will be done within 1 minute. So 1 hour to 1 minute, 59 minutes can be easily saved with the help of automations. That is the power of VBA automations and any other automations. Okay, the main objective of using automation is time saving. That is the first advantage. The second advantage, which is error reduction. For example, as a human, we definitely do error. Okay, so sometimes we will do error and we are sending a report to our external client with some errors. There is a less number of accuracy will be in your file. So to avoid the accuracy issue, error reduction, we are using with macros because machine won't do error. 100% code has been already tested in a live production and it has been continuously gives with 100% accuracy. It won't do any error at all. That is the second purpose of using automations. Third effect, no manual intervention is required. Okay, which is no manual effort is required. Okay, this is the biggest advantage of using automations. Okay. So in the upcoming sessions, we are going to see about all these things. No manual effort, which means when you click a button, automatically the process will take on. Okay. It takes place. The macro will start running and it producing the answers output to you. You don't require anything to be done. All calculation will be done by macro itself. We don't want to do anything. For example, where these macros are required, if you are doing a routine work on 26 days, you are doing it in a month. It takes 1 hour for you, which means we can use this macros to be placed in that place. Okay, so the manual work 1 hour, now it is reduced to 1 minute. If it is 26 days that you are doing on daily basis, routine work will be there, which means you can create a macro for that processes. Okay, so in the upcoming sessions, I'll tell you clearly about it. Now, the advantage of macro has been explained in a text manner now. Okay, which is very simple one. 3 advantages are there, which I have explained it now. The same thing, which I'm going to display that in a picture mode. Okay, in PowerPoint, we have an option. For example, if I go for a PowerPoint, I'll just go for a PowerPoint with new slide. I'm going to paste this in my text box. Okay, so 3 advantages are there. For example, I'll go for text box. One is time saving, and then error reduction, and then no manual effort. Okay, so 3 texts are there now. Okay, 3 texts are there. In PowerPoint only, we have another option here called Smart Alt Graphics. Okay, which is available only in PowerPoint. That is available in Home tab. Okay, this will do directly converting my text into an image. For example, directly you can see now it has been converted into image. The text has been converted into image only in PowerPoint. This is a very beautiful option which is available only in PowerPoint. Okay, in Word we don't have, in Excel we don't have. So in Excel and Word, what we want to do, we want to create a first with graphics. After that, we want to type it. Okay, so we want to select a predefined function. First, I'll go for a smart art. There are n number of designs are predefined templates are there. You want to go for this pyramid and you want to select this pyramid at first. Okay, so select this image at first. After that, you want to type the informations. But in Word, but in PowerPoint, we don't have such option. We can directly convert my text into an image. That is the only beautiful option. In PowerPoint, we have it. Okay, which is available under the Home tab. Even though it is available with some smart arts in Insert tab. But here, this one will be more useful, where directly we are converting my text into any image. Okay, so predefined image can be easily applied it. Okay, this is one of the easiest way to do it. But in Word, what we are going to do, I'm just going to convert it. Now see, smart art is going to convert into a picture. This is the 3 important thing. I'm going with time saving. I'm going with error reduction. I'm going with no manual input. Okay, so this is what the advantages. So instead of showing in a picture mode, in a text mode, I want to show that in a picture mode. Okay, this is very effective to read it, very simple to understand it. That is why we are using smart art, converting my text into a pictures in a very easiest way. All these are ready-made templates. Okay, so only thing, which image that you require, you want to select those images here. Related to process cycles we have, related to hierarchy we have. For example, hierarchy, as Kandan said correctly, you can go for organization chart. When I click organization chart, simply it brings the image here. Okay, I can manually go and change. Okay, so it starts from my head of the department. Okay, and then after the head of the department, in our team, we have a general manager. Okay, under general manager, we have 3 managers. Okay, managers 1, manager 2, manager 3. Okay, so 3 managers are there. You can easily use this method in a very effective manner. And also it is editable mode. Okay, you can edit whatever you require. For example, the HOD required one personal assistant. He required a personal assistant, which means very simple. do right click, go for add shapes and add an assistant to it. Okay, now this HOD has an assistant. Okay, he never reports to any other person. He reports only to the HOD. Okay, such a way you can create an organization chart in a very effective manner, very quick manner that you can create it. Okay, so along with picture also, if you require, you can do it. Now the same thing, which picture it is working. See now, so HOD and his photo can be added. General manager and his photo can be added. Okay, each and every team can prepare their own organization chart. If you have 20 members in a team, you can prepare an organization chart like this. Okay, so that will be helpful for your team to understand in a very quick manner. If you say 20 members, means it will be very difficult for them to understand. But if you give that an organization chart kind of thing, easy for them to understand it. Okay, and once it's done, you can see the designs will come. You have a lot of designs, predefined designs are there. Okay, any designs you require, the 3D designs can be easily applied. And even a color, if you require, go for color to be changed. Different colors can be applied it. Okay, so easy for us to show the text into a picture, image mode. Easy for us to remember and very easy to approach with clients, understanding in a better way. That is why we are using smart arts here. Okay, so any doubt as of now about smart arts? Even a process cycle, for example, see here, you can go for a process cycle like this. Okay, first the process starts from this one and then it goes on a cycle mode. Okay, this will be helpful for a customer care department and then for using with marketing and sales. So many things are there. You can use these pictures very effectively. Okay, so this will be a very easiest one. A ready-made templates are there. Just go and select the required template, what you required it, and then change the text for that boxes. Okay, so simple for that you can do it. In which even go for a process kind of thing, you can add some milestones also. Okay, for example, upward arrow with milestones. For example, I'm going to insert that upward arrow, and now you can see, for example, the company started in 2010 with 5 employees. Okay, 5 employees, and then in 2015 it goes with 500 employees. Okay, in 2020 it goes with 5,000 employees. Something like that. You can easily add a milestones also for any processes, even for your team, even for your process or for activity, whatever that you require, you can easily do it. This will be helpful for make data visualizations with the dashboards. You can do it. Okay, different dashboards can be updated for this manner. Okay, very effectively it works. 3D designs also can apply it in the easiest way. Okay, so this is what smart art. So smart art will convert your text into an image. That image can be easily readable. Okay, so always don't use text, only use the image. That will be more effective to read it, and understanding will be very easiest way rather than text here. Okay, so the last option which we are going to discuss today, which is called a screenshot. So this will be very helpful for me specifically. Why? Because I never use a snipping tool. Very rarely I'll use it. Okay, why? Because the snipping tool is available in this screenshot option itself. Okay, from 2013 we have it. For example, it shows what are the available window as of now. Okay, I have a Word file. I have this even a Zoom meeting ID which is showing here, the Excel file and the folder what I have, and then the session planner, everything is available. If I am using some third-party software, Tally, SAP, Oracle, okay, Workday, whatever it may be, so that will be exactly taken as in a picture in a very quick way. For example, if I want to take a picture of my Zoom, when I click here, exactly that picture has been applied here. Okay, very quickly we can take a picture. Another important thing, you can activate a window. For example, this is a window which I have now. This is my Google Chrome window. Okay, Google Chrome window. I want this to be taken as a picture. Okay, even that also I can do it. With the help of insert tab, I'll go for smart worksheet, screenshot. Screen clipping option will be there. Go for screen clipping, which means my recent screen. What is my recent screen? Google Chrome. I can go for that directly. Okay, when I go for screen clipping, it goes to my direct Google Chrome from here, I can take any pictures I want. I want only this picture to be taken now. Okay, only this picture. Then I can select this picture and I can include that alone in my Excel sheet. So very simply, you can go for any picture and convert that into a picture mode in a very quick way. Okay, so that is why we are using with screenshot options. So screenshots are very effective. Even if you go and take a YouTube videos also. If you go for YouTube videos, easily you can take it up. Okay, so you can take a picture of YouTube videos in a very easiest way by using the screenshots. Okay, pause the video and take a screenshot of this YouTube video. For example, I'll go for a random one now. Okay, I'll go for Power BI, this is a video which works on. Okay, see now this is what I want to take a picture, for example, from this a YouTube channel. Okay, I'll go for screen clipping again. My recent video is my recent window, which is my YouTube. I'll go for a screen clipping. Now it comes exactly here. Okay, once it comes, I'll just go for screenshots. So you can go for, even if you're doing some activity in a third-party system, SAP or some other softwares, it shows some error. Okay, don't do a print screen. Instead of that, you can directly go for a screenshot option here in Excel and just drag it, what you require. That has been converted into a picture. Okay, so if you go for a print screen, it will print the entire thing. You want to again do for a cropping, it takes a lot of time. Okay, so don't do that one. Go for this screenshot. It will be easy for us to take a screenshots of any applications in other windows. That is why we are using it. Okay, fine. So far, any doubts as of now, what we have discussed? Okay, so about the trick, we have seen two tricks today. Okay, one is camera trick, and then we have seen with a form one. Okay, in the upcoming sessions, I'm going to show one by one. So I'll be showing a few tricks in the upcoming session, how to do those things. Okay, so maybe after this, we can wind up a day. Maybe tomorrow, we are going to deal with conditional formatting. So from day 3 onwards, completely into an analysis. Okay, so we are going to be in analysis, a lot of new functions, new formulas, and then data visualizations with Power Queries, all those things we are going to discuss about it. Okay, with effective manner, and also that will be directly implement in your workstation. Okay, so even functions with rules and all, rules to follow in function, differences between formulas and function, all those things will be discussed in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so any doubt as of now about the 2 sessions what we have covered so far?
Jay, this is Mamta here.
Yeah, please.
Whatever you taught in this 2 days session, it's very clear. But yesterday you told that you were supposed to share the shortcut keys details with us. So when do we expect this, details from you? So, while the course is going, we should, refer the things. So exactly. You are also going to share the, content of the material and all. So when do we expect, like?
Yeah. Today we got an email ID from Ristin. So maybe after this call, Lakshmi will be sharing with them.
Sure, please share it. So, we can refer at the same time while the, courses are going on. So it will be helpful to us.
Exactly. So the training material and then the data sets and shortcut keys are already available. Everything will be shared with you by today afternoon itself.
Sure, Jay. And we request you to please share your number also. So in case any doubts or query, we can, get back to you.
Sure, definitely. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
And also one more request from my side. I think I have evaluated my pre-assessment yesterday. So only 14 has been completed. So people who are not attended the pre-test, I'll be sharing a link again. Lakshmi will share a link, post link, pre-assessment link in an email itself. So people who are not attended, please do attend it. So that will be easy for us to evaluate it.
Right, Jay. Yeah.
Fine. So
Yeah.
thank you so much on this
Thank
part.
you so much, Jay. Yeah.
Okay, so any other doubt on this part? What we have covered? Okay, fine. So no other doubts. So we'll meet again tomorrow at same time. So we'll starting with a lot of calculations analysis. So it will be even more interesting on day 3 onwards. So far what we have covered, which is little basic thing, because people from different category will be in the group. So it starts from very basic thing. From day 3 onwards, completely into a mathematical calculations and then data analysis and all. So please do follow, please do practice. That is why we are sharing the file in today afternoon itself. So the data sets also will be with you. Please open along with me and start working with me. Okay, that will be most helpful for you to remember, and you can easily practice it in on time. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.